Usually the instruction how to thread the machine will be given in the sewing machine itself. 1, 2, 3, the steps will be given. You have to just follow. You can come closer. So here there is 1, 2, here, this side, and there will be arrow also given how the thread have to go. 3 and the 4 is given here, and it have to go through this thing. This shape we have to move it from here to here, then here. Then it will go through a hole here in this one. That's all. 5 steps. Here, then 1, 2, 3. Then you have to go to the needle. And one more thing that's inside is the bobbin and the bobbin case. To thread the bobbin, first we need to thread this bobbin. For that also there's a dotted line. We have to follow the dotted line here. The pedal here, then only it will move. When it's full, it will stop automatically. Now it stop moving. There is a cutter attached to it. Now we need to, there's a way that we have to insert the bobbin into the bobbin case. The thread have to be on the clockwise direction, have to be winded on to the clockwise, and the slit, there is a slit here. The thread have to pass through the slit. The slit have to be anti-clockwise. See? Mainly this one clockwise, then it have to go against. Okay. If the threading is done properly, then only our stitch will come. Usually all the sewing machines, the manual, they will have all the instructions. Still the beginners used to struggle with all these things. I will give you all turns to sew, so the people who haven't done threading before, they can thread it and see. Okay. From the front to back, you have to input the thread. Now we need to thread the bobbin thread, take the bobbin thread up. For that we have to wind the wheel here. It's called flywheel. We have to wind it. It will take the thread out. Okay. This also will come correct as you try. As you try more, you will know when to pull this thread. The needle will go down and the thread also will go down together with it, and it will wind the bobbin, and we have to pull it out. So the threading is done. This is the way that we can join two pieces. One more important thing that we need to see is when we sew is to gauge the distance between the raw edge and the sewing line. Normally the straight pieces, when we join, it have to be approximately ½ inch allowance. The sewing line, the distance between the sewing line to the raw edge, ½ inch difference. How we are going to gauge the ½ inch distance is when we sew, the raw edge have to pass through this hole here. Some machines, they have clearly written all the inches here, ½ inch, ¼ inch, 3/4 inch, 1/8 inch. So it will be easy for you. In this machine, nothing is written, so you have to see where is the ½ inch. It is close to this hole. Normally, in the ready-made patterns, there are ready-made patterns available for the sewing. Usually, they will be given little more than ½ inch, the seam allowance. Here in our class, we will be following ½ inch allowance. First, 3-4 steps stitches to the front. Then you have to press the reverse button, and you have to go reverse. It's to secure the thread more firm on the starting. You have to control the fabric with your hand, how you feed the fabric into the machine. No need to pull from any side or push. Just guide the fabric correctly into the machine. You have to make sure it's not moving further away from this hole or it's not crossing this hole. So this is the straight stitch, normal stitch that we use for finishing the straight parts. To attach two pieces, we will use this way of sewing. Always remember to do back stitch at the starting and at the end. Then we will be using one more thing is the hem. How to finish the hem. For that, the seam, if our dress that we are sewing is thicker, the fabric is thicker, we have to open the seam and we have to iron before we finish the hem. In this one, if it's a thinner one, it's okay to leave it to one side. We need to fold 2 times. 1 time. Okay. 1 time itself you can I take the pin from there? Oh no, in the way that you have to do, you can pin. The people who have experience, no need to pin it when you are sewing. People who are doing for the first time, it will be difficult for you to fold and at the same time to sew together. So first you can fold it and you can pin it. If you iron each and every step, you can iron it and you can do like, let's say if you fold, for the hem we need to fold twice, okay? First one, the raw edge to the in, then again, so that the raw edge will be hidden inside. Okay, for this purpose, okay, you can iron it. After one fold, just iron it. One more fold, iron it. This one you can do if the fabric is a bit stiff, the ironing. Otherwise, it will not be useful if you iron also. You have to pin. If we want our hem to look bigger, we can choose big fold. If you want a smaller hem, we can fold it in a smaller way. If you want much more big, you can have a bigger. Depends upon the pattern and the fabric, we have to choose this. If the fabric is flowy, it will not be easy for you to do this. The sewing line have to be close to this. If you want to lift the pressure footer, in any case, you have to put the needle into the fabric, then only you have to lift it. Then our fabric won't move as you lift the pressure footer. This is called pressure footer. This is the way to stitch. If you want your inner side also to look clean, there are other ways to sew and to finish this row edges, this edge, so that the inside also can look clean. There is one more machine that we can use for that purpose, is a serger machine or the overlocking machine. It costs around 500 more according to the quality. It is a bit costly. Instead of that, usually there is one more stitch that we can use in this machine, is a zigzag stitch. Okay, that one I will show you later. You all can try these two first. First the straight seam with the back stitch. The people who don't know to thread can thread it and see. Anyone, whoever any doubt, just ask me. Okay, one by one you can try. You can take cloth from here. I can give you each two. You can try.